Authorities battling wildfires in northeastern Greece have recovered 2 more bodies from a national park near the border with Turkey, bringing the death toll from recent days of fires to 21. Most of the victims are believed to be migrants. Officials have declared a fire near Alexandroupolis to be the largest in the European Union this year. This satellite imagery shows the burned area, which totals more than 700 square kilometres of land. Greece is asking for help from other countries to battle the fires, some of which are being blamed on arson.
Centuries of history under threat. Firefighters, monks and volunteers battled to save the 10th century monastery, a UNESCO World Heritage Site in Greece. The flames have been raging near the capital, Athens, and in the country's north for days. At least 20 people have been killed. A terrifying ordeal for those affected.
The blaze was huge and the flames were so high, we couldn't do anything to stop them. Everything was out of control. Black smoke was billowing. It was a really tough situation.
We had no experience with wildfires. We weren't expecting this disaster.
Weeks of high temperatures and dry conditions have turned many parts of Greece into a tinderbox. Added to that are claims that arson played a role in the blazes near Athens. The Greek Civil Protection Minister sent out a message to those responsible.
You are committing a crime against the country. You won't get away with it. We will find you and you will be held accountable.
As the fires rage, so too does public anger about what some have described as an inadequate government response to what is becoming an all too familiar problem in Greece and other regions of southern Europe.
Our correspondent Sofia Kleftaki joins me from Mount Parnitha near the Greek capital Athens. Sofia, great to see you. So what's the latest you can tell us about the situation at the moment?
Yes. Well, the fires continue to rage throughout Greece. Pablo, the situation in the north, in Evros, is dramatic. And most tragically, by now, 21 bodies have been found. The authorities suspect the bodies to be those of migrants, as there are now reports of Greeks missing in the northeastern of the country. And the damage is huge. Someone call it a tragedy, really. Now, in Athens, it's very windy. You can probably hear it. I'm right now at the foot of Mount Parnitha. You can see it right behind me. It's covered in ashes, literally. And at the main street, there is the base of the fire department. The access is closed, so someone cannot drive further up the hill. And we talked to some firemen before that pointed out that as soon as the fires are still raging, we cannot call it under control or can talk about being contained, because the weather conditions can change every second. The direction of the wind can change, so everyone is still on alert.
Yeah, very difficult conditions. Obviously, tragic news that you've been telling us there. Now, the government are being criticised for their response. Sofia, how have the authorities responded to the specific concerns raised by the public regarding their handling of the wildfires?
Yes, there have been a lot of criticism, Pablo. There is a huge debate on social media. People are angry, people asking questions, people want to have answers why this happened again and again every year, because this is something familiar to Greece. And, well, Greek authorities insisted that they have done everything in their power, they have done everything possible, and that the dry weather conditions paired with a back-to-back heat waves and the strong winds made their job particularly difficult.
Now, Greece, as you mentioned there, is no stranger to wildfires. Is there some type of comprehensive long-term strategy in place to essentially address and manage this recurring threat?
Yes, unfortunately, it is something that happens every summer. So unfortunately, we could even say it's part of the Greek summer by now. Let's remember in July the tragic pictures of the island of Rhodes and of Corfu. So this is happening again and again. And the question about a long-term strategy is something that everyone wants to know right now. This is like the #1 question, as in a country where this happens every year, people are not accepting that the authorities are not giving any other solutions. Also, experts from environmental groups are raising a question why the climate change is being used as an alibi, and that the authorities have to take other measures, stronger measures, and of course prevention, and not just the suppression of the fire.
Very concerning indeed, Sofia. DW's Sofia Kleftaki near Athens for us.